one of the artists, Johnny. He's coming and doing some murals. He's bringing amazing energy, super supportive. I can't wait to see what he does. And once you get hooked on drumming, which I call a positive addiction, I always feel very connected to myself and above when I'm drumming, when the spirit is there to relax, get rid of anxiety, stress, pent up aggression. No, you can come on your own. I've got a lot of want to sing the song Single Ladies, all the single ladies, but I mean, women feel safe enough to come here on their own, camp here, and partake in the drumming.
Welcome back, guys. We're talking Serenity Festival again. This is a festival you do not want to miss. And I'm joined by the host of our Serenity Festival, Andries from Klitsgrass Drumming. So, Andries, how are you today?
Hey, Deepak, I'm good, and you, buddy?
Andries, last year's Serenity Festival was amazing. This year is going to be even better. So, tell us, why do you think people should come to this year's Serenity Festival?
You know, the amazing thing about trying something new is to diversify and change things up a bit. So what I like that the organizers of this festival is doing is not sticking with a idea. They're trying to be innovative and trying to shake things up a bit and see where the impact is most necessary and wanted. So this year they're doing things a little bit different, and I think it will be a huge success. There was lots of lessons to be learned last year, and I think the impact will be different this year as well, just because they're running things differently.
And this year, there's a lot of creative activities and activities that people can partake in. So the Friday opening is going to be a drumming circle opening. And this is what you specialize in. And you've grown your drumming circles over the years. I know there's been, many, many years where it was very difficult, but now people are appreciating what you're offering. So why is a drumming circle so powerful? What does it do for people to be part of a drumming circle?
Sure, that's a very, very loaded question. First of all, I would like to say that people come here and it's everybody. I've arguments with my father-in-law who says, "Who's your target market?" I say, "If you love music, that's your target market." And they're like, "No, it can't be that simple." I said to him, "Well, if you look at my parking lot, first of all, there's any cars from a shitty Beetle through to a very expensive million-rand car, and everybody's here, young and old, small children, and one of my best friends is in his 70s now, and he's here every time. So it is for everybody. I think the big mistake that people make is coming for a drumming circle once and say, okay, like one and done. But if you look deeper into the contribution of a drumming circle to the spirit, the mind, and just your well-being, it's a consistent thing. And once you get hooked on drumming, which I call a positive addiction, is it grows within you, and it's eventually something that you need in your life to feel better and to center yourself. I always feel very connected to myself and above when I'm drumming, when the spirit is there, and that gives me a leeway to relax, get rid of anxiety, stress, pent up aggression. I always say, come beat the drum rather than beat up a person, and get that out there. Put that person's face on your drum and hit that drum and get rid of that energy. So it really is a all-rounder. Lots of people find many different things in drumming, and not only those things that I mentioned. And it's a very personal experience. And that's, I think, the amazing facet of drumming is that you come here in a group, but as an individual, you're having a very individual experience, which is your experience. It's not anybody else's experience. And people do start off with thinking, oh, is everybody watching me? And that's just you, because you feel like you're watching everybody, but it's not. No one's watching you. It's just you. And once people move past that point and they start enjoying it, then you're so immersed in the moment that you can't see beyond what's happening right now. You're just there. And I think that is a great gift to yourself if you can do drumming and you can immerse yourself in something where you are basically just in the moment. That and it's a rare commodity these days to immerse yourself in the moment.
This is amazing, but there is something unique about drumming together in a group, in rhythm, with a whole bunch of other people trying to do the same thing because we are a community.
Yes. It's like you come together with people you absolutely do not know. You can come on your own. I've got a lot of single, I want to sing the song Single Ladies, all the single ladies, but I mean, women feel safe enough to come here on their own, camp here, and partake in the drumming. And I think even though it is that experience where you feel that it is more because everybody is included. You come here with people you don't know, and you having this beautiful expression of rhythm, tempo, music, connection, and it just uplifts my heart. So when I'm there, I always feel on such a high that I have a hard time calming myself down at the end of the evening, especially on a very good drumming evening. It's funny because things have actually taken a step back with klitsgrass, and I I don't know why that is because we, for 26 years, we used to be open every 2 weeks, and I had to regress and only open our first Saturday of the month. And I don't know what that is, but a lot of people are not going out as much and not participating in going out and being part of a community anymore. I see people more staying home, being by themselves, or being with their, not family necessary, but the people that they're there at home with.
Yeah, you're right. This is a trend that's actually happening, and it might be a whole number of reasons. You know, people just don't feel like it. The pockets are empty.
I've got a lot of things in my head that I sort of blame, and like you say, it's money, it's safety. So you either don't feel safe for police or for criminals. That's why I have free camping at my venue because if you come to a drumming circle, you have free camping because the thing is, I don't want you to go out in the road and feel unsafe. Yeah, I can give you a space. You can party, you can drink, you can have fun, and you've got a safe space to pass out and get up the next morning refreshed, and you can go about your business without traveling on the road and feeling that you're going to get yourself or someone else into trouble. And then money, obviously, another issue. Social media, another thing, and then streaming media. I think we also don't give enough credit to COVID, and I'm not a big COVID supporter, but I mean, COVID changed a lot of people's behavior towards social behavior. Um, People tend to more stay home and do that. My oldest daughter grew up and finished her matric year in in the midst of COVID. Her and her boyfriend, they don't go out. They don't really go do things. They don't really. Um, their social interaction is very, very minimal. And I think there's a great contingent of people like that, a whole generation, because COVID lasted over those 3 to 5 years. I mean, the midst of it was 3 years, but I mean, there was a knock on effect. And I feel like there's a great contingency of people behaving like this. And then obviously there's the economic factor there as well, because people are not going out and supporting venues and live music and these sort of things. When I go out, and I love to go support people who is presenting things, might be a musical event or an art event or whatever, and I just see numbers dropping immensely. So there's and I don't know what to do to change it. So, but there it is, you know.
Yeah, this is just the environment that we're in, but we are going to still put on an amazing festival. This year's festival is all about creation.
But the thing that yes, the thing that you mentioned is community. So having a strong support within your community is what brings the success. Because people that believe in what you do and what you bring and what you're offering, these are my people. These are your people. They are the ones that's going to be here for us.
Exactly. Exactly. And this festival is really about community, bringing the community together and letting them create together, learning to create. One of the things, the opening one, will be the drumming circle, where we're going to create music together. But throughout the weekend, there's going to be a lot of art, creative workshops. Andries, you've done a lot of these creative workshops before at your venue. How do they turn out? And why do you think people should come and do art?
Well, art is such a great way of expressing yourself. I do think that what's in here flows out and comes out here, and the heart attaches to that, and it all just flows, you know. So um, I think that people love to be creative, and even if they don't love to be creative and they come out and they do something, they sort of sit back and it's like, wow, I really enjoyed that. They're like quite almost shocked, you know, people that don't engage in creativity as much. And I think, especially those people, most probably need it more than any other of us. Not that we don't need it, but these people are the ones you want to expose to art and creativity. There's going to be lots of things here. One of the artists, Johnny, he's coming and doing some murals. I'm sure you're going to do an interview with him as well. And yeah, he's bringing amazing energy, super supportive. I can't wait to see what he does. Young, vibrant guy with a lot of go, and I can just see the spark in his eyes, and he wants to share his art and his capabilities, and I think that's what people want to buy into. I've always said that because I myself, I studied art, and my lecturer said to me, no, please don't study interior design, study sculpture, you'll be a great sculptor. And as a young stupid person, my headspace was in money and not in a belief in the self and the process. Therefore I was like, no, I can't do sculpture, because sculpture, where am I going to get money? There's no money in sculpting. And uh, I had all these excuses, and then I was in a severe fire accident here on the farm where I burned 75%. Ended up in hospital. I died, brought back to life, went in a coma, and came back. And all these things brought me to the point where I had to make a decision. Am I going to follow the path of interior design, or am I going to follow the path that I was busy with while studying interior design, and that was making music instruments? And it had such a great passion for me that I followed that path. And so uh, 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 this is my point. Where passion flows, money goes. So if you put your passion into something, people want to buy that passion. They want to buy into it. Can I please have this drum that I made, this didgeridoo that you made? Can I please buy these incense that you hand rolled, or this oil that you manufactured, or this, you know, whatever it is? People love people's passion, because I feel like we're living in quite a society where people are not so creative and not so passionful. So when they see someone that's got loads of passion, they want to buy into that. I want some of that. They almost want to possess a part of you, which is not a negative thing, because they want to buy into your passion. And so any young person, I would say, go with your passion. Don't think about money. If you go with your passion and you really put your heart 100% there, money will come your way. Definitely 100%. But it's that passion you have to fulfill, and work harder than what you work for any other person. I mean, you can go. I was at a doctor recently, and a sick note. I was like, sure. Um, my boss, I don't know, he's not going to give me time off. She's like, so who do you work for? I was like, I work for myself. She laughed and she's like, yeah, that's the hardest boss of all. I was like, yep, but like the way you work for yourself, if you work for yourself and you're really dedicated to your life, you'll work harder for yourself than you'll work for anybody else, because you believe in yourself.
Igniting your creativity can spark your passion, can spark your life, can really help you find what you enjoy. And isn't that what life is meant to be? To enjoy life, to find out what you enjoy, and to let go of things that you don't enjoy. And creativity can do that. Andres, you have some more comments?
People like to go the financial route, and I mean when you, and I don't mean to sound condescending, and I understand that it sounds condescending, but when you're young and stupid, your mind latches onto ideas. No, I can't do that because how am I going to make money if I'm doing art? Let me go into IT, but you don't have great passion for IT. So then my question to you is, what do you see the longevity in that? How do you see yourself lasting in that industry? How do you see the passion and the joy lasting in a process that hasn't got your belief and your full support? So, like you say, you know, when you have that passion and you can just ignite it and burn it and make this huge flame of your passion, that is where it's at. And people want it. People feel it's missing in their lives, and that's why they buy into these things.
Exactly. And I mean, from my case, I also used to work in corporate and I had no passion for it. I was earning a lot of money. I was working in the insurance industry, earning a huge salary, but I just didn't like what I was doing. I just didn't have the joy for it. You know, the passion that you described. And now I don't have a lot of money at all, but I create medicines. I don't create instruments or something like that, but I create energy medicines, and I can make different medicines for different people, and it's just like
Yeah, how's your heart feeling with that process? You know it fills the heart so up with everybody coming there and supporting you. It makes you feel like you're on the right route, even without the money.
exactly, and that's what creativity can do for us, isn't it?
I also say to people that if you are gonna get stuck on money, then I explain it to them this way. I work for myself. You, for instance, work for a place. You earning X amount every month. For you, that's your cap. You will always only earn that. My earnings can fluctuate massively according to what passion I put in, what work and focus I put in, according to myself. So for me, my earning capacity is way more than a person working for someone, because you're stuck there. Yeah, sure, you have growth, but every month you will only earn what you earn. Myself, I can earn more some months just because of what I'm doing. And that's that leeway of working for yourself.
So, guys, the Serenity Festival, you know a bit more about Andries, the owner of Klitsgrass Drumming. He has so much passion that he's put into this venue. He loves bringing people to the venue, to bring people together, to get you to connect with each other, to connect with the nature, because his venue is in a beautiful natural spot. We've got a nice forest area. Andries, maybe you want to tell people about the forest area. I'm going to show images.
Sure. We've opened up the area a bit more, so there's more space for everybody to camp now, and for some of the stalls and everything else that has to go in the forest. We've got a LED lights circling around the pine trees. There's a nice boma where people can get cozy at night and make a fire and relax and chill and catch up and chat and share some stories and whatever they want to share. You know how it goes around a fire. There's so many stories and things that people share once. You know, they call it bushveld TV. So and then we're going to build a effigy for Serenity Festival that we're going to burn on the Saturday, and that's going to be something amazing that people want to attend. One of Tixsa's biggest events is the Fire Festival. This year we had 350 people here, and they came to see effigy burn. So let's hope we can push the numbers with that burn up, and the rest of the people come for the art and creativity and the music and the drumming and everything else that's happening here.
So tell us about this effigy. This sounds like a real highlight. Everyone in the area must come and see this. Can people get involved in building the effigy? Can they get involved in burning it? Like, this is quite exciting.
So the effigy will take place over a build of 4 weeks. It's quite a long process. I don't want to give too much away of it. The organizers, Charlene and Cindy, came up with an idea, and I took a step further. So we're going to build I want to say life size, but bigger than life size effigy that we're going to burn. Um, People will come and they'll take little notes, and they'll put it in the effigy to burn on the Saturday nights. Might it be you want to wish for something, or you want to sever yourself from someone emotionally, or a job, or whatever, or your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, whatever. You can write a little note, put it in there, and let it go, and get rid of things in that way. And I think it will be a beautiful add-on to whatever else is already happening at the festival.
And that's right. There's so much going on at this festival, and the power of fire to release something from your being is so powerful. Guys, if you have not done this, if you have not written traumas and letters and issues on a piece of paper and burnt it and felt that emotional block just release, you have not felt what it is like to let go of trauma. This is what you can do with the effigy. Write your notes. Come and pin it on there. Create something that you want to let go of, or create something beautiful. Fire is such a powerful, powerful element. It can burn, destroy, and release. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, Andries, anything else that people should know? There is so much to do, so much art workshops, drumming circles.
come come drum with us, come hang out with us, come be creative with us, bring your family, bring your friends, bring your children, bring everybody, and just come have a weekend of great experience and passion and music and art and creativity. I really can't say more than that, because like if you're there, you're gonna come have fun. And the kids, if you've got kids, this is your festival. This is your festival guaranteed.
I want to actually highlight that this is a festival for kids with all the creative art workshops going on. So I was telling my daughter, I've got a little 7-year-old, and I was telling her some of the things happening at this festival, and she can't wait. She actually signed up for everything. She's like, yes, I want to paint the rocks. Yes, I want to do that one. Yes, I want to do that art workshop. Yes, I want to do the mermaids. So she's already signed up for basically everything at the festival.
Yeah, this year the ticket prices is like this. So you buy a ticket and you can participate. So it's not individual participation where you have to buy into workshops. And I think that's a great gift from the festival organizers, something that they learned from last year's event.
Amazing. So this year's going to be better. They're making improvements, and we have much, much more inclusive activities. Starting off with an amazing drumming circle on Friday, lots of creative workshops over the Saturday, and relax and rejuvenate on the Sunday. This is a weekend festival you do not want to miss. I guarantee you. Andries, thank you again for sharing your venue, your time, and your passion. And it just shines through, and it's amazing. I hope people are excited.
Thank you, Deepak. You have a wonderful day, and thank you for the interview. And I hope to see you soon. And we're going to see you at the festival. I'm sure I'll see you before then anyway. Have a wonderful day, and thank you very much for the interview.